Love like Jesus. The world is full of people who are easy to love and people who are not. Your friends may make you laugh, your family may fill your heart, but then there are others, the ones who test your patience, push your buttons, and challenge your peace. And yet Jesus calls us to one simple command that feels anything but simple. Love one another as I have loved you. John 15:12 NIV. That's the standard. Not love them if they deserve it, or love them when it's convenient. No, as I have loved you. 1. The measure of true love. In 1 Corinthians 13, Paul paints a portrait of love that pierces the heart. Love is patient. Love is kind. It does not envy. It does not boast. It is not proud. 1 Corinthians 13:4 NIV. You might pause and think, that's who I want to be. Patient, kind, humble. But then life happens. The coworker gossips. The friend betrays you. The traffic tests your temper. The family member pushes that same old button again. You intend to love well. But sometimes it's hard being human, and that's exactly why we need divine help to love in a divine way. Love, as the Bible describes it, is not a human emotion. It's the very nature of God flowing through us. Greater than God is love. 1 John 4:8 NIV. When you love like Jesus, you're not just acting like a nice person. You're revealing who God is to a world that desperately needs Him. 2. The love that never fails. Paul continues, love keeps no record of wrongs. It rejoices with the truth. It always protects, always trusts, always hopes, always perseveres. Love never fails. 1 Corinthians 13:5-8 NIV. But let's be honest. Love seems to fail all the time. Divorces happen, friendships crumble, families fracture. How can love never fail when so much around us seems broken? Here's the answer. Our love fails. His doesn't. Human love runs on feelings. God's love runs on faithfulness. Human love says, I'll love you if. God's love says, I'll love you even. That's why Jesus came, to show us what real, unfailing love looks like. Greater love has no one than this, to lay down one's life for one's friends. John 15:13 NIV. He didn't just say, I love you. He proved it on a cross. He loved Judas even as he washed his feet. He loved Peter even after the denial. He loved the thief even in his dying breath. That's love that never quits. That's love that breaks chains. That's love that changes hearts. 3. Learning to love the difficult. Maybe there's someone in your life right now who's difficult to love. They misunderstand you. They take advantage of your kindness. They never seem to change. But when you choose to love like Jesus, you're not saying what they did was right. You're saying you're free. Forgiveness doesn't erase the past. It releases you from its power. It opens your heart for God to work healing where hurt once lived. Remember Jesus' words, love your enemies, bless those who curse you, do good to those who hate you. Matthew 5:44 NIV. He wasn't giving an impossible rule. He was giving us a glimpse of the kingdom, a new way to live, a higher way to love. Because when you love like Jesus, you rise above offense. You become an instrument of His peace. You show a world filled with hate that love still wins. 4. How to love like Jesus. So how do you do it? How do you love like that in a world that doesn't? Here are 4 truths to hold on to. 1. Look to Him. Spend time with Jesus. In prayer, in worship, in the Word. You can't pour out what you don't first receive. Greater than we love because He first loved us. 1 John 4:19 NIV. 2. Lean on Him. When patience runs thin, weakness feels impossible, remember His grace toward you. He strengthens you to love beyond your limits. Greater than, "My grace is sufficient for you, for my power is made perfect in weakness." 2 Corinthians 12:9, NIV. 3. Trust in Him. You may not see the results of your love right away, but God is working behind the scenes. Every act of love plants a seed heaven will water. Greater than, "Let us not grow weary in doing good, for in due season we shall reap if we do not lose heart." Galatians 6:9, NKJV. 4. Follow His lead. Jesus led by example, serving, forgiving, listening, giving. He didn't wait for perfect people. He loved broken ones. Greater than, "By this everyone will know that you are my disciples." John 13:35, NIV. 5. Love that changes everything. When you love like Jesus, something shifts. First in you, then around you. Love breaks generational patterns. Love rebuilds what bitterness tore apart. Love invites God's presence into human conflict. Think about this. Jesus didn't change the world through armies, fame, or wealth. He changed it through love. And that same Spirit now lives in you. You have everything you need to love others the way He has loved you, through the power of His Spirit. And hope does not put us to shame, because God's love has been poured into our hearts through the Holy Spirit. Romans 5:5, NIV. So today, when you walk into your office, your home, your conversation, let His love lead. Be the calm in someone's chaos. Be the kindness in someone's bad day. Be the grace someone didn't earn, because that's what Jesus was for you. Real love isn't just